Welcome back. David, where is risk management headed?
Brenda, that's a very important question because it is mostly asked out there. Mm-hmm. You are telling us that you are doing risk management, but what is it for? What is the purpose? With globalization, we know that complexities within the world are becoming heavier and heavier. Yes. The world is connected now. You can be able to transact any part of the world seated on your desk. And with the advancement of technology, then alongside it will be risks that are there. And there will be emerging risks that have never been seen, risks that have never been heard. They will come. We call them emerging risks. Oh. And there will be now the risks that are existing that can give birth to other risks. Yeah. Really? And those risks now, by their own, they'll strike in their own ways. Okay. And also now, the parent risks can transform themselves in a kind of a metamorphosis or something like that, and they will be able to strike even harder. Okay. That is why risk management is dynamic, so that it is able to adapt itself to the changing times. So the question is, why is risk management important? Remember we said the definition by ISO is effect of uncertainties on objectives. So the objectives are increasing daily. There will be strategic objectives, there will be marketing objectives, there will be all sorts of objectives. And as the world is becoming sophisticated, so those objectives also will need to also change in times. And then those risks that face them need to be addressed. That is why risk is very important, and we cannot live without risk management. That is the truth of the matter.
Okay. Yeah. I remember the world financial crisis, where risk management was in the blame and had a test of its time.
Oh yes, Brenda, I remember it was about in 2008, 2009, I don't know where you were.
I think it was 2007, 2008.
You must have been reading it from literature or something,
yes,
which is very good. Actually, I didn't even expect that question from you, but it is very important. I will comment. We had the world facing financial crisis, especially the developed economies. Yeah. We had banks and all sorts of market facing kind of a systemic risk. And people are asking if there is risk management, where is it? Exactly. And you see, by that time then, there were no very much focus on risk. Although it was there, maybe it could have been on compliance risks, or if it is done in a way that it was to make sure that the objectives are met, but primarily maybe not on a systemic risk. So we find that in those recession, actually it was a wake-up call. And you can remember even in the financial world, then even the financial sector also woke up and tried to put some measures in terms of fraudulent activities that may occur in financial reporting. So was risk management. It also had to come in and change its ways of doing things and have a more grip and be able to move forward with the times. So you are very correct that that financial crisis actually was a very big wake-up call in all professions, be it financial, be it marketing, be it financial reporting, all those in risk management included.
Okay, thank you. I understand risk can be both negative and positive. So are there types of risks?
Yes, as we had said in the earlier video, risks could be beneficial or they could be harmful. For example, we can have a building flooding, as we had said. That is not good. That's a hazard, and it's a negative risk. Yes. But if we have, if somebody has managed his investment well and good returns are coming in, then investing in the risk that that person took in investing in that business was a good risk. Yes. So the question to me is, are there internationally accepted types of risks?
Oh, okay.
And this I would want to tell you no, unfortunately.
Really?
because risks are there are various types of risks, and the circumstances that will be prevailing will determine what type of risks am I dealing with. If an organization, a financial institution, is suspecting that there could be fraud, then they will be having a type of a fraud called fraud risks.
Okay.
If, for example, it's an organization that is doing a project, and they fear that they might not be able to reach the target, then they'll be having the project risks.
Okay.
So, and you find some people will classify risks in some broad ways, but not that that is internationally accepted.
Okay.
It is just like a guideline. People will say there will be hazard risks, there will be control risks, there will be compliance risks, there could be opportunity risks, there could be marketing risks, there could be operational risks. You know, the types of risks
Yes.
will depend with the circumstances and how those risks can be able to affect the achievement of the objectives.
Okay. So I think we've just understood that risk can both be negative and positive.
Yes.
Yeah. So risk types may also include risk classifications.
That's a very good question, Brenda. Yes, because when you talk about risks, you must classify them into what are these types of risks that we are having. Because if you have a risk and you address it in the way the other one would have been addressed, then you'll be missing it. Remember, risks come in different forms, in different velocities. What I mean is that when you see a risk coming from the horizon, by the time it gets to hit the organization, the time in between there may vary.
Yes.
One risk might be has a high speed of coming towards hitting the objective,
Yes.
or some may even take years. So a risk classification, yes, it is very important, and it will help us understanding at what point and how are we going to address this risk.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, David.
Thank you.
For more of this content, like, subscribe, share, and comment. See you on the next one.